So during this live, I don't mean to be rude, but I haven't eaten and I'm hungry, and my last customer just left because you know I close at 8 o'clock. So tell me, how was your week and your weekend? I actually have a topic to talk about tonight that somebody has started in my group. And so I went on there to elaborate on it a little bit. And I can talk about it when I get done eating this food. I'm hungry. That'll give other people some time to pop on as well. I forgot to share Facebook group that I'm on. Let's do that now. I guess that would help. If you're here, say hi, so I can see who's here watching me feed my face and talk. Let me find the link. I thought I had shared the link though. Let's see. I thought I shared the link in the group. I think I did yesterday. Go on and hi Donna. Good evening. Let me find. Okay, there we go. Gonna share the link. I am hungry. I know I was supposed to come on 8:30, but my last customer just left, and I didn't get a chance to eat, and I don't want to wait until I get off to eat. So I'm sorry. How was your weekend? Thank you, Stephanie. Because I am so hungry. Thanks, Nicole. Hi. I do have a topic I want to talk about. A notary has shared it in the group, in the Facebook group, and I thought it was a really good topic. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna talk about that. A good and quiet weekend. That's what you wanted too, right? You wanted a good and quiet weekend. What did I do this weekend? I don't think I did anything. I'm gonna stay at home a lot. because I have been doing a lot of notary. A lot. I'm already at my 15th. I did my 15th signing today for the month. That's the most I've ever done in any month, part-time. So I'm pretty darn proud of myself. Oh gosh, guys, hold on. Be Elise Notary, how can I help you? Hi, I'm good. Yes? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes. That's the one for Coral Springs, right? Okay, I just wanted to make sure because I don't have that information in front of me. All right, yes, yep, I'm doing it. I already called and confirmed and we're all set. All right, you're welcome. Bye. Never fails. All right, let's see. Saturday, I went to brunch with some notary friends, and Sunday, got my hair done and came home super late this morning. Took 6 hours? Oh man, it took 6 hours for you to drive or 6 hours for your hair? I've been so busy this month with working that I didn't even do my marketing for the month, for next month. And you guys know how religious I do that. So this weekend, I'll be in the house doing that. Doing my marketing because you have to commit to it. You do. If you don't commit to marketing your business, you're not going to get any business. So you got to commit to it. Doesn't matter how often you do it as long as you stay consistent. Okay. Now, what is a crochet retwist? Never heard of it. I told you I was so hungry. Oh, okay. Is it like interlocking? I'm gonna get to the topic, guys. Just give me a minute. Because I think it's really cool. It's like, okay. How do you like that method versus the palm rolling? All done. Okay. That's cool. It's kind of like my sister locks. They do kind of a similar method. And I get mine redone every 5 weeks. So like my roots get all fuzzy and stuff. It's time. Okay. All right. I'm done eating. Thank you guys for being understanding and letting me eat. Now, the topic. So his question was, what advice do you have for new notary service brands? So like when you guys are just getting started, what are some things that you can do, you know? And so I was intrigued by his post because I was like, there's a lot to say when it comes to that, okay? That's why when you guys call, schedule an appointment to talk with me, I tell you to come prepared, because if you just want me to tell you how to be a notary and how to get business, we will be on the phone for way more than an hour. Okay, there is so much information. So you need to be specific when you call and talk to me. So I wanted to list the challenges. He said, what are the challenges for notaries having their new notary service brand or something like that. But anyway, so the challenges that a new notary may face in establishing their brand. I know, right? So maintaining customer trust, okay, in the digital world, because we are in the digital era. Compliance with changing regulations. Dealing with fraudulent activities. Whew, that's a big one. Managing customer data securely. Okay, that goes to talk about our journals and when you collect payments if you're using card processing programs. And staying competitive in a rapidly evolving market. All right. So those are some of the challenges that I came up with. Now, some tips to solve these challenges for you. 1, a new notary can overcome challenges by establishing a strong online presence. I tell you this, guys, all the time, because think about yourself as a customer. When you are looking for services or a product, where's the first place you go? Somebody answer that question for me. We all know the answer, but I want to see somebody post it. Where's the first place you go? Online, right? Google, yes. You go online, okay? And I do. I go to Google all the time, but online is the answer I was looking for. And the first thing that motivates you to do business with the company that you find online is what? Reviews, ratings, customer experience. What is something else that helps you make the decision to go ahead and buy? Let's see if you guys can get that one. Guys, give up. Brand. When you're looking for electronics and you have to choose between Emerson and G&E, you may have a preference of Emerson brand over G&E, right? General Electric. When it comes to restaurants, okay, everybody knows about Benihana, but there are several other hibachi restaurants out there. But when you think about hibachi restaurant, the first thing that comes to your mind is what? Benihana. Why? Because they have established a brand. They have made their brand very popular and is preferred for most people, especially if you don't know that other hibachi restaurants are better than Benihana. But anyway, that's my opinion. So brand, okay? Brand also helps you, right? So a new notary can overcome these challenges by having a strong online presence and building credibility through customer reviews and testimonials. Now, I know you're like, okay, that's fine and dandy, but how do I get the reviews? And I need to get the reviews before I can, start building credibility online. I don't have any customers. I'm not getting any reviews, right? So I got you. Next, staying updated on relevant regulations and compliance to prevent fraud. Okay? Now, if you're out here, not notarizing, using best practices, following your state guidelines, do you think that you're going to become popular? Do you think that you're going to establish a brand and credibility with people? Probably not. And if you're not staying updated on relevant regulations, you're not going to become preferred either. Contrary to popular belief, a knowledgeable notary is a better notary. It just is. Now, additionally, offering competitive pricing and innovative services can help the brand stand out in the market. And the way you can do this is, how many people are actually doing mobile notary in your area? How many people are open on the weekends, open on the holidays, have late hours? How many people actually answer their phone? Okay? So you got to start thinking about these things, and you have to use the internet to do your research. You can even call the notaries in your area. See how many answer the phone. And lastly, of my tips to solution for those challenges, continuous learning and adapting to industry trends will make you have a long-term success. Okay? So you got to get with the times. A lot of people are like, I don't think I want to do the online notary, and that's perfectly fine. You don't have to. But we are in a digital world, and online notary is becoming more and more popular as people don't live near each other or not even in the same state, and they have to do business together. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to have to go to where someone is all the time for us to transact business together. So using the online option is ideal, especially because I could be anywhere in the world and get my affairs in order by just having a knowledgeable and accessible online notary. All right? So, with that being said, I'll give you guys a more detailed explanation of each point that I made. All right? So, establishing a strong online presence. Of course, you want to create a professional website. It matters. Okay? I can't tell you guys how many times I've had somebody find me on Google. They go on my website, they visit my social media, and when we meet in person, they actually tell me things that only they would have found on my website or my social media. Okay? So it's important for you to have all of those. All right? And social media, I know it's a beast. It is. And a lot of people really, they don't like being on social media. And I get it. But most of the time that I spend on social media is for my business. I have met people and built relationships with people simply from social media. So it is a very important aspect of your business. You may want to consider it. Okay? Social media profiles, listings on relevant online platforms can help potential clients find your notary services more easily. Okay? Especially if a person, I've had people find my Facebook page and leave me a review on my Facebook page. And I thought they took that option away, but apparently you can do recommendations or something like that. Yeah. So they do that, and they're able to because I share all of that information. I'm everywhere, if you Google me. So they're able to find everything. I had someone, I didn't even know that I had a Better Business Bureau page, and somebody left me a review on it. So I've been putting it in my review template when I email it to people. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I hate to say it, but you have to build a strong online presence for yourself. You just do. Now, building credibility through reviews and testimonials. You want to encourage satisfied clients to leave positive reviews and testimonials. Okay? That way it can showcase your reliability and your professionalism. Prospective clients rely on reviews. I've had customers do that too. They call me. I'll tell you what. I had a customer call me, and I told him that I was going to lunch right now, and that if his request wasn't urgent, I would call him when I was done with lunch, and then we can meet up. And you know what he said? He was like, I like all your reviews, so I'll wait. He could have went to UPS. He could have went to the pack mail store. I got 2 mail stores that have notaries. And he told me that he was going to wait for me to finish lunch because he liked my reviews. Yeah. So very important. Very important. Yeah, Stephanie. That's what I said too. I was like, I am doing something right. Whenever stuff like that happens, I have to pat myself on the back because I've come a long way. All right. And you guys can get there too. Okay. I tell everybody it did not happen right off the bat for me. It took me a year. And when that year, right before the year hit, I was going to close because I was like, no, this is not what I expected it to be. So I'm going to go ahead and close, and then I'm just going to do my travel full time. And after that year mark, I don't know what it was, but the floodgates opened. And I was able to close my travel business and do my notary part-time. So it took me a year. And for some of you, it may not take that long, but it took me a whole year. It took me 12 months. So I didn't get commission until July of 2020. It took me until August of 2021 to really start seeing the fruits of my labor. Okay? Next, staying updated on relevant regulations and compliance. Notary laws and regulations can vary by state. Okay? So you don't want to get confused by what other people are saying they can do in their state. You need to be very, very knowledgeable on the state that you are commissioned in, regulations and laws, because they are not the same across the world. All right? So across the nation or whatever. So make sure that you know what you're doing in your state, and whoever is doing whatever in their state, let them be. Okay? Preventing fraud. I tell people this all the time. Be careful of everything that you're using when it comes to your business, okay? I know everybody, in the beginning, they want to cut costs. You want to do everything that's free. But when it comes to your customers' information, you want to be careful. You want to make sure that you're keeping your journal locked up. You want to make sure that if you're taking electronic payments, that you're using a company or a processor that will protect your customers' information. Cash App is not one of them. Okay? I heard it from another notary experience. A notary was called by an attorney. The attorney wanted to work with her. The attorney asked how she would like to receive payment. She said Cash App, no work. Okay? Real businesses don't use Cash App. All right? If you want to be looked at as a professional. Now, if you want to just be looked at as somebody who's doing this as a hobby, take Cash App. It's just a hobby. But if this is a real business for you and you want to come off as the professional that I know you all are, Cash App is not the way to go. Or Zelle. Or Venmo, unless you're using Venmo Business. I don't use Venmo Business, but I did set up an account. And let me show you what they send you. When you sign up for them, they send you these things here. And so you're able to accept payments. Yeah, they're stickers. So like I could stick this on my phone if I wanted, or I could just put it in my phone case behind my phone like I have this here. So yeah, if you're gonna use Venmo, at least use Venmo Business. They also sent me a little, I don't have it down here. It's a thing that sits up on your desk with the QR code on it. I only use Stripe, but Square, Zettle, that's through PayPal. What's that other one that I see people using? You have the QuickBooks, and it's another one I see people use when I go to the store. I don't know. I use Stripe exclusively. It's easier for me, and I like to have everything in one place. If for those of you who are not aware, I am a very organized, conscious person, organizational conscious person. I don't know how you would say it, but I'm not OCD, but I just like to keep things in order. I don't like things to be scattered. So I'm very meticulous with all of my business processes. So Stripe is what I've been using for the past 2 years. What is the difference between Stripe and Square, the business? Just the business. Stripe doesn't give you a website. Stripe doesn't give you a reader either. You have to pay for that stuff. So, but the reason I use Stripe to begin with is because I work on online platforms for Notary, and their method of payment is Stripe. So it made me do a little bit more research, and I discovered that I can use Stripe way more to its full capacity than just using it to receive online Notary platform payments. So that's why I use Stripe. I was using PayPal exclusively before. I signed up with Venmo. I tried to accept the payment through Venmo Business, and it gave me too much of a hassle. Like the customer wasn't able, and I'm like, I'm not about to do that. I'm like, I'm not even gonna bother with that. So yeah. So you not staying updated on relevant regulations and compliance could lead to legal and reputational issues. So that's something that you want to keep in mind. All right, let's continue. Preventing fraud. That goes another, in addition to what I've already been talking about. Payment processors and companies, they get hacked. So you want to make sure you choose one that is the least likely, to be an issue for your customers. Okay, I would hate to have my customer stuff, stolen because I decided I didn't want to pay processor fees, which is the cost of doing business, by the way. And I wanted to cut costs to the point where I would jeopardize my reputation and the trust that my customers have in doing business with me. It's not worth it. Set your business up professionally and make sure that you are securing all the processes that are going to be where you're going to be collecting your customers' information, your journal, electronic journal. You want to make sure that's secure. Payment processors, make sure all that stuff is secure. Okay, if you're using a paper journal, make sure you're locking it up. Don't just leave it out for anybody and everybody to be able to view. Competitive pricing and innovative services. Okay. When it comes to notary, there are many states where the fee is already mandated. Okay. But that's only for notary. So if you're offering any other, first of all, let me say this. You want to offer other services. Okay. Not if, you want to offer other services. Okay. That is where you're going to stand out. You want to know why my customers come to me versus going to the UPS store and the mail stores, because they know they can email me. I can print their documents out and have them here ready. They know that if they need to make copies, they can do it before they leave. They know that if it's late at night, as long as it's not past 8 o'clock, they can come. I have my customer, who was a return customer, by the way. He texted me at 7:30, like, I need to get a document notarized. Is it too late for me to come by? I said, absolutely not. I close at 8 o'clock. He's like, so is that too late, or can I come now? I'm like, come on, I'm ready. He came, we got the documents done. He needed a witness. My husband's here. I mean, I'm an all-in-one shop. And I am a likable person. I have excellent customer service. So my customers trust me, and they prefer to bypass all of the other places that do notary just to come to me. And that means a lot. And I want to continue to build that trust and relationships with all of my customers, because a happy customer will share. I've had customers call me, I know so-and-so who came to you. Oh, let me tell y'all, was it Thursday or Friday? It was one of those days. I had, it was the customer where I was going to lunch. He said that his insurance company referred him to me. I was like, well, who's your insurance company? I was like, maybe I've worked with them before. So he was like, State Farm, and they're right around the corner from here. And so I told him to give me their number, and I called them and I thanked them for finding me for him. Because what happened was, he called and he told them that he needed to get a document notarized. And he wanted to know if they had a notary up there. And they said, we don't have a notary on staff. And they were like, but we can go to Google and find one for you. And so they Googled a notary, and I popped up first. They gave him my number, and the rest is history. And it just so happened, it's gotta be fate. It just so happened, he works at the hospital that I had a signing at the week prior. And my signing was not only at the hospital that he works at, but it was on the same floor, right across from his office. Because I told him what the room number was, and he was like, that's across from my office. Oh my gosh. I was just like, wow. I was like, well, what a coincidence, you know? So, yeah. You want to make sure that you are doing everything to make sure you prevent fraud, all right? And, oh, no, that's not where we were. We were on competitive pricing and innovative services, okay? You got to get creative, okay? And how can you do that? I know you guys get tired of me saying it, but you have to research notaries in your area, okay? Look at what other notaries are doing within like a 30-mile radius from you, or whatever your coverage area is. I look them up 30 miles from me, and all of the notaries in my area, they're doing pretty well. Some of the stuff they're doing, I don't want to do. But what I have noticed is some of the things that I do are just a little different, and it helps me stand out. So you got to do that research. Continuous learning and adapting to industry trends, okay? The notary industry, it has evolved, okay? So you want to stay up to date with any emerging technologies, industry best practices, and customer preferences, all right? Because this allows you to adapt your services and meet the changing demands and stand out from other notaries, okay? It could be just one little thing that'll make you stand out. So research and do it, okay? So that's it. That's all I had, but I think that this was a really good topic. What do you guys think? Did you guys enjoy that topic? I also went ahead and created a blog post for it. And the blog post won't be posting until September 14th, I think. I have my blog posts made out in advance, because you guys know how I am. For those of you who know me, I have blog posts made out in advance, and I have them scheduled to post on different days. So The blog post about this particular topic will be posted September 14th. It'll be a little bit more detailed. I kind of gave you a summary of it, but I wanted to make that a blog post so that people can look at it, read it, save it, or share it. All right. So did you guys have any questions about what I shared? I am happy you guys enjoyed that topic because I enjoyed being able to do research and talk about it. I thought it was really cool. That's why when I'm going to go live, I always ask you guys to give me some ideas, because I can't come up with everything on my own. And some things end up becoming repetitious because it's a lot to talk about with Notary. But once you've talked about it all, there's nothing else to talk about. I mean, you could share experiences that you've had, like I did, but it's not really, you just keep saying the same thing over and over again. So when you guys give me ideas to talk about, I can run with that, okay? And we can have a marvelous discussion about it. So since you guys don't have any questions, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna go shower and finish doing my training. But thank you so much for joining me for my Monday Q&A. And I hope you guys have a wonderful week. And I hope you guys have a banging end of the month. All right? Have a good night.